I used to think there was nothing I couldn't say around Kai, like I had this invisible shield. I'd throw out the most outrageous thoughts, tease, mock, provocant. He'd just take it, laugh, maybe shake his head, but he'd never leave, until the night he did it started like nothing. A lazy evening, me, Kai, and Jessica, our usual trio. We were at his place, on the couch. Something dumb playing on TV, none of us paying attention. Jess had popcorn. I was half reclined next to him, comfortable, familiar, and maybe that's what made me reckless. I thought I could say anything. Me and Jess had joked about it before. Something about fake suggesting a threesome just to see Kai squirm. Silly, stupid girl talk, like daring each other to poke a bear we didn't believe could growl. I threw the line out there mid-scroll, voice light, what if we had a threesome, expecting an awkward chuckle, a blush maybe. He didn't blink, didn't even flinch. Sure, he said. I froze. Something inside me twisted. Not shock, not jealousy, something worse. A heat that spread from the base of my neck and tightened across my ribs. I looked at Jess. She gave a half smile, waiting for my punchline. But there wasn't one. I looked back at Kai. Wow. So you're just down for that? He frowned, confused, like I was the one acting weird. I told him it was a joke, that Jess and I planned it. His expression shifted, mild annoyance, like I'd ruined the vibe, that made it worse. I stood, said I was leaving, and walked out. I thought I'd get a text later. Maybe he'd laugh about it, but he didn't. The silence that followed wasn't loud. It was heavy, oppressive, the kind you feel in your bones. Jess texted, said I overreacted. Maybe I did. But it wasn't about the joke. It was how fast he said yes. Like he'd been waiting for that moment. Like the idea didn't surprise him. And then I started noticing the way he looked at her sometimes. The times he laughed at her dumbest jokes. How he always gave her the last slice, even when I'd said I wanted it. Little things, tiny cuts. I got angry at him, at me, at the whole stupid setup, but most of all, at how he didn't even try to reach out. No, are you okay? No, can we talk? Just nothing. I kept replaying it, obsessing. Would he have hesitated if it were me and another guy? Probably. He'd brood for days. But I call him out and I'm the dramatic one. I didn't tell anyone. Didn't want to answer the question. Why'd you ask if you didn't mean it? Because I didn't. And I did. I just wanted to know I mattered more. That between me and some fantasy with Jess, he'd at least pause. But he didn't. And now that moment is stuck inside me like a splinter.
The moment Amanda stormed out, I knew this wasn't just a mood. It was a landmine. Jessica looked at me like I'd farted in church. I just sat there, blinking, like what just happened. Amanda had joked. At least, I thought she did. So I said sure, not from desire, just reflex. Like someone asks, want another beer? And you say yes without thinking. I thought we were teasing, but her face changed like I'd just confessed to a crime. She snapped that it was a joke, like I was supposed to know that, and then she left. I waited for a message. I didn't send one. Why bother? We'd been here before her games, her tests. Amanda has this thing where she lays traps dressed as jokes. And when I don't react right, I get the cold shoulder. It's exhausting, like walking blindfolded through a room full of tripwires while she watches from the corner, judging how many I set off. What was I supposed to do? Say no to fast and I'm insecure. Say yes and I'm a creep dot, and now I'm the bad guy for answering a question I didn't ask. They planned it. Together. What kind of messed up science experiment is that? She's done this before. Asking if I'd still love her if she shaved her head, if I thought her friend was hot, if she got fat. All traps. And when I trip, I'm left explaining myself for days. But this time, I didn't feel guilty. I felt tired. Amanda's unpredictable. One day she's laughing in my lap. The next, she's a storm cloud waiting to rain. I used to think she was passionate. Now I think she's just scared, needing control. This wasn't about Jess. It was about power.
6 days. Not a word. No texts. No memes. No passive-aggressive Instagram stories. Just nothing. And each silent hour carved a deeper hole in my chest. I held out, thinking he'd break. But when he finally did show up, it wasn't the Kai I knew. He looked like a verdict. No softness, no smile. Just done. I opened the door and he stepped in like a soldier coming to collect a debt. No small talk. He said he only agreed to the joke because he thought I was testing him, that he didn't mean it. that I set the whole thing up and got mad when he played along. I told him it didn't feel like a joke, that he didn't even pause. That's when he snapped. His voice went hard, like stone, said I do this all the time, that I create chaos just to see how he handles it. And when he doesn't react perfectly, I punish him. He called it control, said, I don't want honesty. I want to be the one in charge of everything. How we feel, how we fight, how we fix things. It hit me like a slap. I tried to defend myself, said it was different this time. That I just wanted reassurance. But he wasn't listening. He was done listening. Said I couldn't handle not being in control, that I start fires, then act surprised when I get burned, and then he walked out. No slamming the door, no dramatic speech, just a quiet exit with finality dripping off his shoulders, and I didn't follow, because for once, I didn't have a rebuttal.
I didn't come to talk, I came to finish. I'd rehearsed every line in my head, but the second she opened the door, I didn't need the script. I told her everything. No soft edges,